Hey everybody, this is your best friend in real estate, David Stoltzman. Today we are going to talk about why it's so expensive to buy a house in DFW, why you can't build a house in DFW right now, and what lumber has to do with that. How did we get here? Well, let's jump in. Okay, so you're gonna have to go back to the early 80s, where the United States and Canada started their what seems like a 40 years war at this point. Real quick, without going into a semester-long dissertation on forest economics, but the United States we have a ton of lumber. We export a ton of lumber. It's one of our biggest exports, but we do it differently than Canada, where we import a lot of our softwood products we use to build homes and other kind of construction projects. So the United States, privately owned forests and a free market, for lack of a better term. Canada, mostly state-owned and subsidized prices, aka set price for lumber. Well, United States producers and suppliers don't like that because all of a sudden their same exact product is more expensive. So, boom, war with Canada. You guys aren't going to do that. So back and forth, back and forth. Well, recently, what's going on there is the United States ended up winning out in that whole war. Well, what then happened? Well, 2017, 18, 19, you had a decrease in the supply of lumber. Well, how so? Mill closures, because all of a sudden, if it's too expensive for Canadians to produce what they want to do, well, people get fired and mills get closed. You also had some tree disease that happens. You also had railway slowdowns. You had a COVID pause, which again is going to decrease supply. And you're also going to have a decrease in the amount of logging trucks, so logging truckers, I should say. So you have big supply chain problems. You have disease that's affecting supply, and again, you have mill closures due to economic policy. Well, supply was already down. Then all of a sudden, demand shot up incredibly fast in 2020 and now in 2021, where because of the refi boom and because of the construction boom, especially in major markets where people are moving to, there's a shortage of houses because there's a shortage of lumber. Again, demand shot up so quick with no product around to facilitate the demand. Again, prices go up. So then at that point you have panic buying that sets in because all of a sudden people go, oh God, there's not enough to build with. Quick, go buy all we can. Kind of like our teepee situation that we had this time last year. And after that, you had even, more mill closures and more mill pauses due to COVID, where even Canada, most markets in Canada that supply to the US, they're at 50% accessibility to their products. So now we're at a point where it's just too expensive to buy and build homes. So you have builders slowing down, not even releasing lots. You have a big gum up in the whole process. Well, what's that left then? Well, that's left people to go to the resale market for homes. Maybe they don't even want a resale home, but they go, well, I need a home, so let's go get a home. So they go to the resale market. So that's artificially inflated the demand for resale homes. And now we're here today where we have over expensive homes, high pressure up on the housing market of existing homes. Don't even know where to begin with the new home builds. We have to wait until more come online. But those are getting expensive by the day because their materials costs are going up, again, because lumber, windows, brick, lumber in this case, going up. So just to put a recap on it, because of bad trade policy and bad economic policy, coupled with slow-moving industry, that is the timber industry, and a COVID pause and other decrease in supply, plus increase in demand due to the housing boom and construction boom, plus even more bad supply chain errors and shortfalls, also coupled with poor economic forecasting. Again, these people were just asleep at the wheel and they can't pivot fast enough to bring more supply to market. There are solutions for that, but we'll wait and see what they are and how they affect us. So that's all I got for you. That's what's going on and why your house is so much more expensive than it was a year ago and why you can't build a new house and why you can't find lumber. So if there's anything else you need to know about this, y'all, I'm not a forestry expert, but I do love anything to do with economics, and this is the purest form of it. So if you have any questions, like I said, call me, text me, email me. If you want to know anything else about this that I haven't mentioned, comment below. It would be fun to talk about that. And look forward to the next video. Thanks for watching.